Let a few more people get on here so we can get this confession out real good. Come on in here. We're going to get this woman confession out real good. Because I synced it and I felt it this morning. I felt it. Ooh, I synced it and I felt it. We're going to get this morning confession out real quick. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for some of y'all Hagers, Jezebels. I've been there. I'm going to get this confession out real good for y'all. So y'all don't make the same mistake. Now, it's up to you if you pick up what I'm putting down. But I'm about to put it down real good. You better give it to your daughter. You better give it to your daughter's daughter. I'm going to put it down real quick. Because I put it down before. And they wasn't listening. For some reason, they didn't listen. I'm going to give you this confession real quick. So, Callie, when I got pregnant with Callie, I met her dad. So it's a confession because, who Lord, help me get this out right. I'm all over the place because I felt so bad for Chrisean this morning. I really did. If y'all, my interview has been deleted. That I gave Chrisean the original interview. I put her up on game. I told her, I said, don't do what I did. Don't mess this gig up. Go for the bag. Stay out the way. Don't try to take nobody's man. Don't try to interrupt that, he already got a kid with her. I put her up on game the same way I put my own daughter up on game. When you see it's a family already there, you move around. You don't dig into that family unless that lady gives you her blessings. Now, it's like this. If I have a ring or a necklace and I leave it somewhere, I lost it. It's still mine, right? I'm not looking for it. I'm not worried about it. It's just over there and I lost it. It's still mine, right? So if somebody finds it and then I pop up like, oh, you got my shit on, you gonna give it back or you gonna be like, oh, this mine? The right thing to do is just give it back. I back in the day was like Rock right now, and I said, fuck that, I'm gonna keep it, it's mine. I found it, it was sitting here by itself, nobody was bothering him. He was all alone, and you wasn't here. Now you want to pop up after a month? I'm invested a month in now, and this nigga's fly. He got a bag. We tripping, we cruising, we having a good time. I couldn't give it back. I just couldn't take it off and give it back. But when that lady came and proclaimed with that child with her, as a woman, I was supposed to give it back. Otherwise, now I'm going to be in a world of turmoil with this lady, this child she already got. And I don't know how long this been going on. I don't know what they back and forth situation is. She just came to proclaim her man. Right? I explained all of this to Chrisean verbatim. All of it. I gave her the whole down low. Hispanic lady, had a kid, rocked and rolled like her, you know what I'm saying? Her and her mom close. They got, a situation. I gave Chrisean this whole rundown. I got pregnant. I hurry up and got pregnant by the man so I could be equal to the first owner. I got hurry up and got pregnant so I could be equal to her. So now I done put myself my whole life in a situation to be equal to a woman that tried to come proclaim a ring that she had sat down and just left there was going to come back and pick it up, right? Y'all stay with me because this is important for y'all to teach y'all daughter's daughter because this is second generation heartache and pain that's going to go on for the next 18 years. Now, this man mama came and told me, just like I told Chrisean, just like I tell my own daughter, this man mama told me, he said, you probably don't want to do that because she tried to get me to get an abortion and everything. She said, you probably won't want to do that because he probably going to run back to that lady and you going to doom this child. Me? Nah. I got this. He don't want her. He want a black queen. He want, his name Keon. He done changed his name from Lee to Keon. I'm what he need. I'm what he want. I'm a black queen. I got this wet. I got this going on. I look better than her. I'm shining. I'm my diamond shine. I'm all this. I'm all that, right? And this lady told me what her son was going to do, right? And guess what I did? I got pregnant. Just like Chrisean. Now I was living with him. I'm telling you, I had his mind gone. I'm in the house. I'm living in the house with him. You know what I'm saying? He got a nice little house, nice little car, little job. His mama big time in LA. So, you know, it's popping off. It's going to work. I got a daddy for my son now. And what I said, F this lady and her child. Now, how was God going to bless me with that thought process? Just think about how would God just let me think that was okay. That lady came back to proclaim what was hers, right? Now, the man wasn't ready to be done with me yet. He just got me. I'm new. I'm shiny. You know what I'm saying? I'm chocolatey. I'm everything I think he won't. He wasn't ready to be done yet. Like, ooh, this kind of fun. You was gone for a month. Now you want to come back? But she came back to proclaim what was hers. And I should have walked away and found something that didn't belong to nobody. Or wasn't in a situation with nobody, right? Now, amen, now I'm pregnant too. I'm pregnant. She got a baby. I'm pregnant. I already got a son. So now I'm 2 kids in with a man that already got a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old with another lady, right? And she popped back up. Now I'm pregnant and now she the fun girl. She done lost her baby weight. She done got her confidence up. I'm over there like, going to work and pregnant and picking up my son, barely cleaning up, tired, exhausted. I get about 5-6 months pregnant, just like Chrisean. And I come back home and the lady is in the house. They in the house just chilling in the house. I get off work one day. I had got an attitude, disappeared just like her, came back and they was in the house. Okay, the lady had done came back home and got her man. Do you hear me? This lady done, I'm 6 months pregnant out to here and they just in the house chilling. Done moved me out. Now he done got me another spot. Of course, I'm over here. They over there, and I'm pregnant. Now his mama told me don't do that, and I had to challenge myself. So we have to figure out a way to put these young ladies up on game so they don't make these same dumb mistakes. I drilled it in Chrisean's head. I said, baby, you can do this. You got all this momentum. You got this all going for you. You ain't got no kids. Go ahead, get your bag, baby. Nope. Nope. Now she in the same exact situation that I was in. And that pain, I'm telling you, ain't Lemmy, Zeus, $1 million. Can't nothing take away that pain. Because, yes, my child's father showed up to the hospital for me to have her. But he wasn't there and he wasn't present afterwards because he had to be back over there with his kid and that woman that I tried to violate. That I tried to move out the way. I had time. Chrisean had time. We all had time. But we challenge people and we challenge situations that's unnecessary. And now we got to sit there and nothing in the world is going to make you feel like I want my baby daddy here. I want to share this experience. I want to have this family. I want it to be peaceful. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want to go on trips with my kid. And now you got this other thing you got to share with when it was all these working men out here, all these good men out here who did not have no owner already. Okay? I'm hoping y'all writing down, get you a piece of paper and start writing down these notes because I'm telling you, it hurts so bad. And any man, I don't blame my daughter's father for going back to where he was. That was his first daughter and that was his first love. I can't blame him because I challenged him and he went back there. That was a choice he had to make, right? So immediately after I had that baby, this ninja goes and gives her a baby. So Callie and her sister, you seen them the other day online, they besties. They about 9 months apart. They went on with their family, and I was on over here by myself trying to figure it out, trying to do this, trying to do that. Then they came and took my baby. They came, so I'm hoping Chrisean don't have to live. I had to watch this lady that I done fought over this man for, and she raised my daughter for almost maybe 5 or 6 years before she just couldn't take it no more. Right? But I put all of that on myself, trying to challenge another woman for something that already belonged to her. No, they wasn't married, but they had 10 years of history, and they already had a daughter. Yes, I found a shiny diamond in the rough, and I wanted to keep it. But when the lady came back and said, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am, that belongs to me. I just set it down. I'm going to come back for it." That was my chance to say, you know what, you're right. You got the daughter right here to prove it. Now, any lady couldn't have just showed up and said that. But a lady that showed up with 10 years of history and a whole damn child, I was supposed to move out the way. But you know what I did? I did what Chrisean did. And I don't care if y'all say, "Oh, she's enjoying her life. She's booked and busy." Girl, none of that matters when you just envisioned enjoying your life with your spouse and your child. And she could have did that. She could have had she didn't have to go down that road. And I'm hoping that this message gets to her, because this baby that she might have to teach this same lesson to this baby. Okay? So take down some notes, do whatever it is you got to do to make sure that your child don't endure this pain, because even though my son would never be the type of man who didn't take care of his kid or wasn't involved in his kid's life, your kid is not going to get 100% of what they should get, because he got to be over there giving the 100% to that first son, right? Javon's going to have a voice in a minute. It's just not, you're not going to get a whole baby daddy or a whole husband to yourself, because they first child is going to be first. I don't care what nobody say. I was my daddy's first. I know. When that child call and that child make a request, I got to go fly over here for this or that, your child is going to be without father. And that's time you took away from your own child. You did that to your own child, knowing that that lady already had a situation. So we got to be careful at the vengeance that we take upon ourselves. And I'm going to go get him, and I'm going to keep him, and I'm going to take your man and do this and do that. It just don't work like that, baby. It don't. And I feel her pain today. I do, and I will be praying for her no matter what. She's still a young lady. The fans make me crazy, and I take it out on her, and I gotta remember that she's a young lady that made the same stupid mistake that I made. Girl, with a Hispanic lady who cook, clean, do all this stuff, same MO. I couldn't keep up with that lady. I was trying to go out sometime and kick it sometime. Girl, it ain't worth it. Tell your kids, when you find something, I don't care if somebody lost it and it was 2 years from now, and they come back and they say it's theirs and they got proof that it's theirs, well, give it back. Just give it back. You can't keep it. I mean, you could keep it and be like, I'm going to take it. But God is still going to put something, he going to replace that. And you still going to feel, it's just not, when you just do things that are just not right ain't going to come of it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to always have my grandkids. I'm going to always, as long as I'm here, I'm planting seeds. I'm making sure that, they get that time when their parents is frustrated and focused, that their parents can focus and not get frustrated and not get weary and not get tired. That's what grandparents are supposed to do. So if your mama not doing that or your daddy not doing that, my daddy's still doing that. Okay, my daddy got somebody kid with him right now. If your mama and daddy not doing that, or they not capable of doing that, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for you. Can you unblock me, please? Well, what the hell did you say or what did you like that was disrespectful for me to block you? You got to go spend some time over here on this page and time out. Because y'all saying some stuff that's like, it's not cool. You had to either like something fucked up or said something fucked up. That's the only reason you blocked from my other page. Or either used your fake page to say something. I don't know what you did. So did y'all get all of that? Everybody got that, right? I waited till enough of y'all got on to make sure y'all got this morning confession and lesson. Miss Jenner Staffo loves me, so buzz off. So yeah, any example I could use, I don't care if it make me look crazy. I am probably crazy at this point. I raised 3 kids in the streets of Los Angeles, okay? That is enough to make anybody crazy. I got a special wine coming out on the show for y'all. Make sure y'all get y'all wine and y'all Bible. I'm going to give y'all a kit. I'm preparing a kit for y'all on this first episode or maybe the second episode. I'm preparing a mother's kit. To, if you in LA or you in Baltimore or you in Youngstown, you somewhere where they dragging your baby and you going crazy, I'm going to get you a kit. It's going to have a bottle of my wine and a Bible in it. That's all you need. And you going to make it. You going to be all right. Your 6-ounce wine and your Bible, and you going to make it. But if you don't tell your daughter, if your daughter pull up with a man, if my daughter pulled up with a man right now and he had a kid, I say, what that baby mama say? What that baby mama talking about? You check that baby mama in yet? Otherwise, don't come over here talking about you got some step kids and you got a new man and he got a baby mama. You can't, my daughter can't bring no man over here that got a baby mama that she ain't checked with yet. You need to check with the previous owner, first of all, to see how he treat her. Second of all, to get her blessings. Okay, because when John Daddy got a new woman, she got my blessings. You got you. Oh, you the babysitter. You the new babysitter. Okay, we good. Okay, you good. I'm gonna be over here. Y'all make sure on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I go to the club at that time. Y'all get this baby. You check it in. You make sure. Then that way you and that woman don't never have no pissing contest. Y'all on the same accord. You should be talking to the woman more than she should be talking to your man. Y'all two should be organizing, and if she can't handle that because you too beautiful, I done been in them situations too. If she can't handle you, walk away. Let the man do what he do. But you and that baby mama should be handling that drop off and that pickup, and y'all should be cordial and getting along. But if you done went and stole somebody's man, you can't work with that lady, and that's just gonna be a lifelong full of drama. You actually right. You know I'm right. Because who want to wake up every day doing all of that? Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm going to take that nigga. No, you can't. You got to check him in. My daughter will not ever sign up. I prefer she date somebody that don't got kids. I don't care if she already got kids. Okay, I don't care if you got 4 kids. I prefer you to not have to deal with that. But if you have to deal with that, you need to know what that last baby mama talking about. And you can tell whether or not she just a hateful, bitter person, or if she's still in love with him. If she's still in love with him and he going back and forth with her and they got a kid under 5 years old, you shouldn't even be fucking talking to him. You should not be trying to make nobody your man with a kid that's under 5 years old. He got to go spend the nights over there if the baby get a fever. Why you going to sign up for that? And teach your children's children not to go up over there trying to take nobody's man. I don't care how much money they bless that child with. You can't never, ever, especially a woman like us who didn't get to have the family father figure and the mother and the this and the that. Now she got to miss out on all that, my God, in her own life. I know how that feels. Some of y'all know too. And you can get on here and say you don't and mind your business, lady, and you ain't saying nothing, but you know. Somebody, one of your friends, your mama, somebody Somebody in your family is hurting right now because that man is over there sound asleep and got some good breakfast and some good coochie, and you sitting over there making bottles. Can't tell him it's your turn. You go get the bottle. Help me out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, I know I talk shit, but I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to shame that devil every time. I did not want this for that little girl's life. I did not want her to wake up and have to do all the bottles with her and her girlfriends. I wanted her to have what we didn't have. I wanted her to have that. And I could see she was already close to just being transparent and not really caring about the world, which equals success. I already could see that on her. It took me almost 30 years to get to that place. I said, girl, don't mess with him. I said, go on and use him. I told the girl, use my son. I told her, I swear to God, right hand to God. I said, use my son. He got the bag. Use him. Get where you going so you can help your family out, so you can go ahead and do what you plan to do. I said, use my son. But don't use him in a way where you get into it with this baby mama. You was supposed to be her friend. I know she pulled up and she act crazy, but that's what baby mamas do. So at that point, that was claiming ownership. That was like, I don't care if I come over here and you black my eyes and knock me out. I'm over here with claiming ownership to what belongs to my household. She was over there saying, girl, I'm not going to change these diapers by myself. I'm not going to sit here and be by myself with these kids. She came and claimed her ownership, which she had every right to. That's when we supposed to say as women, oh, my bad, sis. My bad. I didn't, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But no, we had a choice that day. I had a choice. You had a choice. And we decided to say, I'm going to take this. And even though his mama told me and I told you, we still ignored all of the signs, all of the warning signs. And that shit gonna hurt like hell to be at that first doctor's visit and he probably with Javon somewhere on a football league. It's gonna, that first shots when you like, oh, you know, you want your baby daddy there, and like, oh, you know, you going to the mall and you doing this and you doing that. Now you gotta do it on a jailhouse regiment. You got a weekend, every other weekend baby daddy. Then you're gonna try to play that same game that Jaden played. Oh, my baby can't go over there. And guess who you gonna starve your baby to still play with that lady. My baby can't go over there. And you gonna starve your child to play with that lady because Javon takes precedence over Journey. It's his firstborn. So if you ain't the first, don't fuck with it. Did you talk to your baby about how he feels? Talk to him about his heart. Bump all the technical. How is John and his heart? So I send John at least 3 or 4 times a week warning signs. I send him love messages. I'm still his mother. I'll always be his mother. I'll never not protect him. I'll never not support him. I'll never ever. But when one of my kids get out of line and they disrespectful, his football coach, his principal, his high school friends, they all know me, Jaden. They know I'm crazy. Where you show out, motherfucker, we gonna work out. Okay? So if you want to try to embarrass me on the internet, guess what, nigga? You will wake up every day and I'll be right here embarrassing your ass, okay? There's a method to my madness at the end of the day. Because Jonathan knows if he got smart with a teacher or was acting like a clown in class, I'm going to show up in that motherfucker and embarrass him too. If these white folks call me and embarrass me, I'm going to show up and embarrass your ass. We're going to be 2 embarrassed motherfuckers on this internet, just like we was in that class or on that football field or anywhere else in the world. So where you show out, you get worked out. You better ask somebody about me. Andre was in that jail. That nigga got smart with the police in front of me. I slapped the dog out my son. You hear me? In front of the police. Just knocked him clear across that damn room in that damn police station. You know why? In that damn jail. You know why? Because you ain't finna embarrass me in front of these white folks. I ain't got that to do. I'm your mama. So when I slapped him, that police officer looked the other way like, do what you do, ma. And everybody in there was laughing. And I didn't give a fuck, just like I don't give a fuck on this internet. These my kids. Okay? So where you show out, Mr. Jonathan, no, that's why he told me he mad. Fuck her. Yeah, you mad. And I'm right here until you apologize. Because if he would apologize last year, y'all would have never seen my black ass again. But I'm going to be right here until he get up in the morning and get tired of being embarrassed and tired of the world hearing the truth about his mama. When they tried to lie and he didn't have shit to say, and he know I don't play with no motherfucking liar. You know what I'm talking about. So your mama do it how she do it. This how his mama do it. Okay? So he want to embarrass me on this motherfucking internet? Guess what? I don't give a damn about being embarrassed. I done had all my kids. I done had all my fun. I got my grandkids here. My grandkids gonna get the same treatment. So they gonna look and say, shit, grandma don't play. They know when we go to Walmart, if you act up in this store, motherfucker, the police probably gonna show up because I'm gonna act up with your ass. I'm a real ass mother. I don't play. I raise kids in LA, okay? I already know if you accidentally put your foot in that street, it might get taken off. He should never have said, that's clear, you were a good mom. Yes, he should have never said that. Jonathan knows. He knows. I don't give a damn, and he obviously don't give a damn, so we just not gonna give a damn until he get tired. I would have been gone. I would have been in Acapulco, okay? I'm over here still doing real shit, helping real kids, help babysitting while people go to college. I got 2 kids that went back to college. You hear me? You better tell somebody you thought I was a bad mother. When my kids here and they got to go to work or they got to go to school, they drop the kids off here. If the daycare closed, fuck them. I got it. No, ma'am, I don't live in LA no more. I wouldn't dare take one of my grandkids over there. I'm way out yonder. Way out yonder. What did Jonathan say? He said, you act like you want to fuck me. And he said, what else he said? He said, oh, fuck my mama. Oh, fuck your mama? Well, your mama be right here saying fuck you back. He wants her to cancel her plans and come home. I mean, you 8 months pregnant, falling over in the club for $5. I mean, it's just not, I could understand that. Jonathan Andre, Janice, they are very, very, very good parents, and they're very specific about what it is. They write me notes and give me messages, what they want their kids to do, eat, how to, you know what I'm saying, if I said something wrong in front of them. So they are very particular when it comes to their kids. I don't care what this internet tell you. And I'm very, very appreciative to that, and I'm very respectful to that. Because these kids should come first. I repent every day of the things I do and the things I don't even know that I do. Yes, ma'am. Now, I'm still working on my tongue. My grandmother was about 60 years old by the time she stopped cussing motherfuckers out. So I'm still working on that. That's why I could not be no pastor or no pretend like I'm, you know, how that man got in trouble for cussing his kids out and running the church. That's why I could never do it. Because you know what? Like I said, my grandma was 60 years old before she got her tongue together. It might be a minute for me. But I'm pretty sure my cuss words ain't got shit to do with what my path to heaven got to do. Or I could be doing far greater things than using profanity. I don't fornicate, I don't lie, I don't steal, I don't kill. I'm not saying that I won't, but I'm just telling you what I wake up and try to do every day. I check myself. If the Denny's machine wasn't working, I got to go back and get them $48 because they Apple Pay wasn't working. So I remind me I got to go back by there and get them people that Apple Pay money. But I'm telling you, if these kids try to get me, I'm a got them. I don't play. Okay? So I don't care how y'all embarrassed. Yeah, motherfucker, we embarrassed. We embarrassed again. Ask the jail that jail correctional officer. Yep, we embarrassed again, but you know what? They getting it together and they getting it right. And all of this, they gonna play in their mind every day and they gonna remember. Don't tell my mama fuck her because she gonna get on here and fuck me back 10 more times. Yes, girl, I get in Medea modes. I just told you I slapped the shit out of my son in the jail. They could have took me in handcuffs and took me right in there. And do you think I gave a fuck about them police taking me to jail or them parents in there or them other prisoners in there laughing? No, ma'am. I did not. I did not even blink or give a fuck. Take my other kids on down to the children's services and I'll be down there to get them. But right now, this nigga's cussing and talking shit to the police that got him already in jail. He ain't never do that shit ever again. You know, Officer Carlos, I got their phone numbers. I know all of them that was checking my son in, checking him out. I can call the police and check how he do today. Was he respectful? And yes, my son was well grown, probably like 24, 25 years old at this point. And I could call one of them, did he get out of line today? Did he get disrespectful? No, ma'am, he did all right. And they always text me back and they always told me how he was doing. And I didn't give a fuck about being embarrassed or nobody laughing or none of that shit. So when it comes to my kids, baby, and neither was my daddy. Okay, my dad will pull up to that schoolhouse, yank me by my hair right in front of them teachers. They said you wasn't in class today. I'd never ditch school again. You ain't gonna embarrass me in front of these people. Came in there spitting all on me, talking all loud, looking all crazy, unmatching and shit. Girl, I'd never ditch school again. Okay, Mr. Harvey was not coming up in that school embarrassing me or him like that again. They never stopped talking about that shit for about 5 years. If you go home where I'm from right now, they will tell you Mr. Harvey came up there and got me and embarrassed us both. But I never, ever ditched school again. I did what I had to do. I would sneak out at night before I ditched school. Rock don't want no parts of that lady. Child, amen, and praise the Lord, and thank you, Jesus. I pray to God she don't. Because I already got my own badass kids to deal with, okay? I'm telling you, I already got enough on my plate. That was too much. I told the Lord that I already got 3. My mother spanked me in front of a whole classroom. And she probably didn't come up there looking cute either. Girl, I wouldn't even wipe the sleep out my eyes. I would go up in that. They know. They already know. My grandkids already know in Walmart. The other kids in Walmart will laugh at you before we leave here. Okay? But it's good practice because then your kids don't be worried about people looking at them. They don't be fearful. They don't be, shy. Like, I don't like that shy shit. So if you get embarrassed enough, you won't be worrying about it. You will be a comedian or you will be, somebody who don't give a fuck about what people say about them. Rock is an embarrassment. Imagine her being your mother. Well, that don't mean that because I'm an embarrassment too, honey. That don't mean that. Now, I just told you I got 2 grown-ass kids back in college, full-time working, and taking care of their kids, and doing their co-parenting the way it should be done. And you see my grandkids, you don't see none of them down or miserable or depressed or sad. No, ma'am. They gonna do what they got to do. I pray she be a good mother. Just because we didn't have don't mean we can't be good mothers, but it really just sucks that we put our kids in situations just for our own benefits. My mom didn't have to do all that for me to be normal and successful and respectful. Right. And so you probably was a different child. I understand that. I didn't really have to embarrass Callie at school much, only a couple times. But it's different for girls than boys, A. And you might have came from a 2-parent family home, B. I didn't have no husband in here slamming him against walls. Okay? I had to fly my daddy in to take care of that kind of business. I didn't have nobody in the home. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. And that doesn't mean that just because that worked for you, that's going to work for your kids. So you better be careful. You could be fucked around and have one of them kids that done hung theyself, okay? Now, you got to pay attention. Everybody's going to be different. I know what my badass kids need, okay? They was stealing my car. They was taking my car down the road. I'm got to go to work. They ain't back yet. They done stole my car. I can't find my keys. I'm telling you, my kids gonna tell the truth in my TV show that the filming is starting on Wednesday of next week, and if it's coming a little slow, don't worry, the first episode's still gonna be on time. But y'all gonna learn a lot. Y'all gonna learn a lot about them. Rock has a house and a car and a deal on the way. Praise God. Whitney Houston had all of that, baby. We fuck ourselves when we get in situations that we know we shouldn't have got in. Whitney Houston had all of that and more. I don't give a fuck about none of that. We all got cars. We all got houses. We all got money. That don't matter. You got to put yourself into a loving situation and be patient and be kind and not malicious and not vindictive. And you have to move a certain way for life to repay you happiness. Because a car and a money and a signing ain't made my son happy yet. Now shut up. You got to go. You probably blocked on my other page. Bye-bye now, baby. Ooh, she was a funny looking one. All right, so we all got something out of today. Rock paid for all that. No, ma'am. He had everything he got before she got there. He ain't got nothing new. He had everything he had before she got there. No, ma'am, money is not everything. I have turned down a lot of money. You got to remember, that's not going to buy you happiness. And if that's what y'all in search for, that's a good thing to be in search for. You got to get the bag. Don't get it twisted. You need the bag. But don't put the bag before your own self. Then you be walking around with a kid with no daddy half the time. Because a daddy is already half the time there. So now if you got to go share a daddy and you split that, you ain't going to get to split it in half. Because if you're already that oldest one, it's going to take priority. I know, I got 3. Now you down to about 15%er. You gonna have a 15%er daddy when you could have went and got you. Just imagine if she had waited till now. She got the bag. She out there. She popping. Now imagine she had went and got her electrician, or you know what I'm saying, somebody else that was, just graduating from Harvard or something. You know what I mean? Like, why cut yourself short? You spite your nose to how it go? These cheap people cherish money, material things, and clout instead of self-worth. That part right there, because some of them told me that, now mind you, I done had my husband for 10 years now. They done told me that I should have got 50 or I should have went with Usher. And look at them people that they thought I should be with over my husband. Girl, bye. They can keep that money. They can keep that funny money all they want to. I don't need it. I'm pretty sure he is begging. He probably wants some more of that wet. That don't mean she need to fall for it. Girl, you late. The morning discussion over now. I'm about to go get some breakfast. I ain't gonna go back to Denny's this time. Even though it was good yesterday. They are all very young and will make mistakes. Right, mistakes that they have to live with for the rest of their life. Okay? I'm telling you, neglect on a young man. My oldest son is my pride and joy, but neglect will definitely not give you the best outcome for a son or a daughter that you need. So take y'all time and stop being in a goddamn hurry and stop trying to steal this other woman's man with your wet because you might get pregnant. Let me call Callie because I had a dream she was pregnant. Lord have mercy, y'all done. Hope Jaden recognizes her worth. She absolutely recognizes her worth. She still, unfortunately, has to recognize that she has 2 children, and she's not willing to sacrifice her partnership with her children's father, just to go out and get another man like we did. And you just can't do it. She gotta wait at least till Javon is. I would say Jaden couldn't probably move on. She's seen my kids. She's been around John. She sees what having a son and not having a father present regularly can do. So I would say she probably gonna bite her tongue for her children, which is what you should be doing, which is what I should have did. She probably gonna bite her tongue till he about 16, 17 years old. The outcome is far greater, and you'll still have plenty of time. If I would have known, I have plenty of time to get the husband of my dreams. I have plenty of time to, take my time and do what I want to do for myself. You will have plenty of time. You need to sacrifice for your children. Keep a peaceful, happy environment with your child's father. Be his best friend if you can't be anything else to him. If he get on your nerves or he annoys you or he got 50 bitches, you still got to be his bestie. That's your child's lifeline. That is your child's lifeline. You see Javon acting up in that store. Now imagine 4 more years from now with him even more angry that his dad is not around. And he bigger than Jaden. Come on now. I'm sure John took him to the parking lot when they got done, grabbed him by his shirt, and put the fear of life in him because he is a different child from that day. So I'm sure him being able there to be present. Now imagine if she had him in Walmart and he didn't get to see him act like that and just heard about it. I know John. He grabbed that boy by his shirt and put the fear of life in him. Don't you never. Probably made my whole face and everything. Don't you never again do that to your mama. So what Jaden is doing is not for herself. It's not for her self-pity. It's not for her pride. She's not like us. She's not like y'all. She had analyzed my life, my situation, her situation. She sees she has a young son and she wants the best for him. There's nothing wrong with that. That don't mean that she gotta, be John slave or that don't mean she gotta even like him. Yes, honey, God is good. You better know. I got a few friends who just bit their tongue, and I'm telling you, them kids done went off to USC, Harvard, and I'm looking like, why didn't somebody tell me? So I hope y'all listening. Bite y'all tongues. Y'all need to be. They need to be around them kids till they old enough. When them gangbangers or them bad influencers knock on the door for the daddy to answer the door and say a nigga up in here, his daddy or her daddy up in here. You need to sacrifice your happiness once you have that kid. You're going to sacrifice it anyway. Because you're going to go out and try to date this dude and he ain't going to be wanting to hear them kids whining and you yelling at the kids all day. Then you're going to get another dude and he ain't going to feel like hearing it. And the next thing you know, you're going to have like 5 bodies that didn't want to be bothered with your kids that you was trying to get to be bothered with you. When you should have just stuck it out and worked it out. Even as friends, you can be co-parents and still co-parent together. That does not mean all kids, when they turn 6, just so you know, have emotional behaviors like that. They're 6. They're trying to figure themselves out. They're going to 2nd grade. Their peers are driving them crazy. Y'all driving them crazy. You speaking straight facts. You know it. You done sat that shit out and your kids came out just fine, didn't they? It's a sprinkle. It's a couple percentages where they raised their kids, especially if they only had one, without no daddy there, and the outcome was still great. It's still something missing emotionally, and they hide it, but for the most part, I'm telling y'all, I know. I did it 3 times, I know. By the 3rd time, when I got with John's dad, I realized, even if we not going to be together, when he come, when he go, when he want to come pick up or drop off or be here or spend the night or whatever it is, I have to be his bestie. And even though John ain't displaying what we poured into him, he will. It'll all come back. He'll figure it out. It's there. These people don't want talk with Blue, but yet hate he's with Jaden. It wouldn't matter if he was with her. For all we know, they could just be still doing what they normally doing. For all we know, they've been doing this the whole goddamn time. They're best friends before they are lovers. They're parents. They've accepted responsibility that no matter what, we're going to raise these kids. We're not going to take their happiness from them because we don't see eye to eye, and they've just established that type of bond. It takes a special type of people. I don't know too many people that have been together from 14 years old, 12 years. This is my first time ever being with a man 10 years. Okay, so I applaud them for being able to do what they do this long. That says something about the both of them. And their reward will come through their children. Thank you for the message of the day, people. Oh, you welcome, baby. I had 2-parent home until 11 when my dad passed away. And having that structure of 2 parents definitely makes a difference. And you only had that up until 11. So imagine not having it at all. And bless your heart for recognizing and being grateful for those 11 years. That's awesome. He don't need to come back to me. I mean, they don't need. Andre had to come back too, honey. Mama, I'm sorry. I can't believe I disrespected you like that. You talked about me like a dog to your wife, and you talked about me like a dog to her family. And I was this and I was that. You got them people thinking all of this, but really you was just mad because you know the truth. I know he'll come back and apologize one day, but I'm not. It ain't something, you know. I'm telling you, I done grabbed Jaden, I done grabbed Callie by her ponytail, I done grabbed them a couple times, honey, and they ain't even flinch back at me, okay? So they know. Dre wouldn't want you get degraded. You know, at a time where everybody is emotional and they're upset because I'm up in they shit, they might. Dre have definitely tried me. Like I said, I was sitting right there when he told that police officer to shut the fuck up or something. And I knocked the hell out of him into the middle of next week. So they done all had their turn to embarrass me. Yes, ma'am, they have. My dad passed away when I was a baby. I turned out fine, thank God. You probably the only child that your mama got, and your mama probably had her mama. Tell us the whole ins and outs. Because I had my dad in the house up until I was about 8 years old, and that's where I lost my my mojo. I personally see Blue when he's alone around Jaden and cool with his family. He looks peaceful and Yeah, this year has been really rough for him. It's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of stress. Dre have to check me all the time and remind me like, Ma, that's a lot of stress. That's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? He like, shit, I got 4-5 bills, and I'll be like, ugh. So yeah, I mean, I get it, but I don't give you no right to stand up to me. Jaden got her man back and her phone back, child. I woke up this morning and seen that, and I just felt poor Chrisean's heart, because that happened to me. Girl, I'm going to see if I can get Janice, because we cordial. We and her kids, all our kids still hang out. We went through hell raising them kids, and she ended up with the man while I was pregnant, and I've been through it. I know what it feel like. I'm going to see if I can get Janice on the show. One of the episodes to come talk about it, so y'all can see that I'm telling the God's honest truth. I mean, I beat that lady up. I did what I had to do. I fought for that man. You hear me? That lady still ended up with that man because he just couldn't walk away from that firstborn. It's like betraying your own seed that's already looking at you like, Daddy, where you going? I get it. But it took me some time to get it, though. I was angry and bitter because I thought I had that. You hear me? I thought I did that. I want to know honest opinion about Jaden video. I think for her first video, she did very well for her first video. She had the confidence. She had, the vibe was good. I think the song could have, used a little more time instead of them rushing it. But for the first time, just jumping out there and never doing that before, I think she did okay. Because you got to remember how many people going to get up and do that. It takes, Poor boy looks defeated. Man's. He hates losing. He didn't lose, he gained, because you got to remember, as long as he got his children and they're healthy and they're happy, you're winning. Remember that when I tell you that. When you get tired and you get down, as long as you got your children and you healthy and they healthy, you need to be grateful and you need to be happy, no matter where they are. I feel bad for her because that happened to me, child. I woke up one day and them people was back together living in that house just like that, and that pain of like, oh my God. Because that lady ain't never, ever, ever coming back out of there again. That was like what she needed to see. I bet she don't never again move her feet to lose her seat. Amen. Yeah, that's the how whack is. Yeah, something's going on. They're going to be selling everything and moving on. But that's what I told him to do a year ago. I'm crazy as hell, but thank you. Thank you. I think, I'll be honest with you, all of the songs, Chrisean's and Jaden's songs, have been trash, but I think the momentum that my son puts behind it is not about music, it's about catchy verses, it's about entertainment. I think they're more of entertainers than artists, and that's okay. Times are changing. We went from TV to reality TV. So times change. So, some people like their music and some people like to be entertained. There's something for both of them. Girl, yes, but that's okay, girl. My baby daddy was conflicted too. We even tried to get back together when him and the lady got divorced. She stuck it out for her kids, and both of them suckers got master's degrees. Janice's sisters is on point. I'm telling you, I've been there. Them girls got master's degrees, okay? That man came from a very good stock. The mama was the general, the sister was the attorney. So and his kids that he stayed over there with, Them girls got master's degrees. They ain't got no kids. They ain't married. They out here living, in LA, taking their time and doing it right. How they daddy was there every day to plant seeds and teach them, right? So shout out to him for making the right decision. And that mama, that lady, she sat right there, and honey, I looked every day like, I agree with you about the song and all that, right? Sometimes it's just more about entertainment. Like, it's some good people lyrically out there, but y'all would prefer to see the drama. So whatever's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The whole song is making fun of herself. The whole song is not making fun of herself. It's laughing at your jokes and showing you that I'm comfortable with whatever you say, because my man love me, my kids love me, and I really don't give a fuck. You ain't got no man. You ain't got no baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? It was really a flex. Like, what you say could never matter. I got the full package. I never have to work in life again. I never had to work except for until he got on. Life is good for me. I got my mom. I got my sister. I got my people. I got my babysitters. Shit's good over here. You feel me? So the song was more it's laughing with y'all. Like, I know you would kill to be able to wake up and just go to the Bahamas today. She done been all throughout the country, got pass stamps on the passport. So she's laughing. She's laughing with y'all. You should be able to laugh when people make fun of you. And she said, I'm gonna make a couple dollars off y'all jokes about me to put in my man's bag in my household. So I don't see how y'all be like confusing. Y'all so confused. Y'all don't be looking at the big. She wanted to run off and be a heart surgeon right now with 2 kids. She could do whatever we want right now. We don't have to worry about I haven't seen no light bill, no gas bill, no water bill, no car, I don't even look at my bank account. I just swipes my shit. You hear me? Shout out to Mr. Sappho. I don't want that pressure on me as a woman. You shouldn't want that. And I help every which way I can. You hear me? I help every which way I can. I'm a helpmate. I don't want to do that. When I jump in my car right now, it got gas in it. Okay? I don't got to do none of that. That's a good life for me. I don't want to do what y'all doing. I done went to school. I got my associate's degree. I haven't really decided anything I want to do other than write and produce a couple films. And that's what I'm doing. And thank God for Mr. Sappho that I could do what I want to do with my time and my thought process, or engaging with y'all on here, or whatever I want to do. I'm free to do. So don't be mad at her. Congratulate her, because it's not easy to jump at somebody's. We work hard too. Yeah, my son got a problem with his, the Bible says that bad company corrupts good character for a good reason. Now, God said that. I didn't say that. God said if you kick it with, or you allow certain people around you, you could become like them. And that's literally what's happening. If you go check why his situation is the way it is, one time Jaden got into it, and he got into it with the people because something happened with Jaden. The second time, Chrisean got into it with somebody, and then something happened with Chrisean. Now, don't get me wrong, he ain't perfect, but he needs to pay attention and be more of a leader when he's amongst people that he know is not up to his character. He moving how they move, and he should be moving how he moves.